Why do my hands hurt after spiking a volleyball? Imagine smashing a volleyball over the net with all your might, feeling the power surge through your arm. But then, afterward, your hands start to ache or feel sore. Why does that happen? Well, when you spike, your hand absorbs a lot of force from the ball. If your form isn't perfect or you relying too much on your wrist and fingers, it can lead to pain. The spike technique involves generating strength from your shoulder, arm, and wrist, but if you don't use your whole body properly, your hands take on more impact than they should. When the ball hits your fingers or palm at a bad angle, it can cause bruising or small tears in the ligaments or tendons. Repeating this action over and over without enough rest can cause inflammation, which leads to soreness. Sometimes, if your fingers jam into the ball or hit awkwardly, it can sprain or strain the small joints. The wrist is also vulnerable because if you snap it too much or don't generate enough power from your arm, it can become strained and sore. Impact injuries from the ball hitting your hand hard can cause bruises and contusions. Overuse is another factor. If you spike repeatedly without giving your hands time to recover, tendinitis can develop, which is inflammation of the tendons. Some players also develop nerve pressure issues in the wrist, like carpal tunnel syndrome from constant stress. To avoid this, focus on proper spike technique. Use your entire arm and shoulder to generate power, not just your wrist and fingers. Make sure your hand contacts the ball with a firm, open palm and fingers spread wide. This helps distribute the force evenly and reduces injury risk. Warming up your hands and wrists before playing is important, as is strengthening your hand and forearm muscles. Rest days are key too, so your hands can recover. In short, hand pain after spiking often comes from a mix of impact forces, repetitive stress, and sometimes poor form. Paying attention to your technique, conditioning your muscles, and giving your hands time to rest can keep you spiking strong and pain-free.